Hey ladies, I am going to show you quickly how to apply your wraps. Some good tips to remember is before you even start putting your Jamberry wraps on, you need to wash your hand, prep your hands, push back your cuticles the best you can with a cuticle pusher. And then once you're done with all that, you need to wash your hands with Dawn dish soap to get all the oils off of your hand. And then you need either an alcohol wipe, or I use the Jamberry nail prep. And I just do 2 pumps and then I put it onto my nail because that gets any excess oils that you have on your nails off. And the more oil you have on your nails, the less likely your wrap will stick. So it's best to get all of the oils off. The next thing is you need to go through all of your wraps and figure out the best size for your fingers, because if you go too small, then it's not going to cover your nail, and if you go too big, it'll cause wrinkling, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm using today my Jamberry mini heater, which is awesome because your hand's free. But if you do not have that, all you need is your blow dryer. If you don't have a blow dryer, go borrow one from a friend. I've had people do that before. You need your nail wraps. I use my Jamberry cuticle pusher, but you can use your own wooden one that you should get from a consultant, and if not, you can buy it from the store. I use my nail file, which you can see has kind of been worn from all the wraps. And then I also use and there went my nail file. And then I also use a cuticle pusher that's metal, and I'll show you what I do with that trick. Let me grab another nail file so I have it. I'm going to turn on my Jamberry mini heater and I'm going to put it in view. I've already started some of my nails, but I'm going to show you, I cut my nails in half on the sheet so it's easier to peel it up. And all I have to do is take my cuticle pusher, and now it's not going to come up. And on the end, I just take up my thing very lightly. That way you're not getting your oils onto your wrap. And then you take the adhesive side, the sticky side, and you put it facing the heat stream. And you'll kind of see when your wrap with the heat kind of becomes flimsy. Mine's taking a little while, but when it kind of curls like that, then you know it's ready. I sometimes use the edge of my tip of my finger to put it on because I know my nails aren't very long. To place it, it's easier. You can use it on the end of your cuticle stick, and then I just go from side to side and push it forward with my fingertips first. And then I take my cuticle pusher and I push it down more before I even touch the heat. So that way it kind of gets some of the wrinkles out. Then when you're done pushing it all down yourself with the cuticle pusher, I put it for about 3 to 5 seconds on the heat, and then I push it down again to get all the wrinkles out. Now you'll notice on my other hand that I still have part of my wrap on, because you want it to be able to adhere before you start cutting it off, because if you do it too quickly, it'll make the wrap peel up, and you don't want that. You want it to stay on longer. Now I have a metal spoon that I can use, cuticle spoon, and I just put it up to the heat till it gets really hot, and it helps all of your edges to not wrinkle, and it helps it not to come up. So I just go over it again. I do it before I take off the excess, and I do it after. Now I've had people who said, oh my gosh, it's taken me so long to put my nails on. I think once you get the hang of how to put your nails on, it won't take as long. Now that I'm finished with this nail, I'm going to go back to this nail and cut off the excess piece because it should be adhered by now. Now you can take off the excess that you still have on in several ways. Some people like to cut it down as much as they can with the scissors. Some people clip them off with clippers. I file mine down, so I take my nail file and I file downwards motions, and it makes the edges just kind of crinkle up and roll off to where you're not cutting off extra nail You're not pushing your nails back anymore. And then I take my cuticle spoon, my metal one, and I heat it up again, and I just run it over the wrap one more time, because you want the wrap to stick. You work so hard and you don't want it to bubble. Like I said, sometimes when it bubbles, it just means that your hand, you've put too large of a wrap on your hand. Now another good trick is the baggie method. It's just a sandwich size plastic bag. You put your finger inside and you twist it, and you put your finger up to the heater as long as you can bear it, is how much I do it. And it kind of suctions it in, and then I press it down with all that heat still wrapped in there, just to give it one more final push onto the nail. And then you're done. And then you repeat it with all the other steps. I'm gonna do my other 2 nails and you're done. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. Remember, once your wraps are on, you cannot submerge your hands into water for a long period of time, for about 2 hours, and not to put any cuticle oil or lotion on right after, because that'll make the nails kind of come up, and you don't want that to happen after all your hard work.